Both players just did draw their starting hand.
Yeah. So we have on the left hand side Kim, like Glenn said, one of our female players. I think we have 2 female players attending today. Is that right, Glenn?
Yes,
2?
indeed.
Yeah. First, a mulligan from Kim, going to 6. I don't know who's playing first, who's on the play or who's on the draw. We'll see about that in a few seconds. Just let's hope she can keep her 6. Because if you have to go to 5 and 4, there's no fun in that.
Oh,
straight mulligan.
Another mulligan. I think she had 0 lands in hand. You need at least 1 land. You don't need a lot of lands with the Goblin deck. If you just can lead out with, the best is the Gemstone Caverns in most cases. Especially when you're playing against an unknown deck, so you can get Force of Will or something to bring in your Lackey. If you can swing with Lackey, bring in some damage, you can drop down another Goblin and then can go very fast.
She isn't playing the Gemstone.
The Cavern of Souls. I meant. Sorry. Okay. Gemstone Caverns. I said I meant Cavern of Souls indeed.
Yeah, Cavern of Souls.
Oh, but there you have it. Already on the other side, it's a Mother of Runes.
Yeah.
That's a creature you can tap to give a creature protection from a color. So this could be already a big problem for Kim Beeckman.
She hasn't a turn 1 play, so that.
So no creature, and they are playing the.
So no creature and no Ether Vial, even not a turn 1 Tarfire to kill
the Tarfire. That was the card I was looking for to kill the Mother of Runes. Yeah.
So
or
active. Yeah. So he fetched for that one pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
That was a turn 2 Wasteland on the Caracas. So an attack from. That's no land drop for Mathias.
This could swing over the game a little bit if Mathias doesn't find. Oh, he already finds a second land.
Yeah. So
I wanted to say if he can find the land very fast and could bring in some extra goblins, it could swing over very easily and very fast. But we're already on turn 4 at this moment, and we still see 0 goblins on the battlefield.
Yeah.
This is the first one. I believe it's a matron. Yep, there you have it, Goblin Matron.
Yep.
So now you can search for a Goblin card in your deck.
Tarfire is as well a Goblin.
Is it again? Yeah, indeed. It's an instant Goblin Arcane or something. But at this moment, the Mother of Runes is already active, so I don't believe Tarfire is good enough at this moment.
She can't kill the. If she want to kill the
Stoneforge Mystic,
you can bring in the artifact here. That's the one.
Batterskull.
I was looking for the card. Okay. So. Did you see which goblin she searched for?
No, we saw a goblin, but I not really know the goblin card. So
okay.
So on the left side we see 1 Goblin Matron. On the right side we see Mother of Runes, Stoneforge Mystic, and Batterskull with the Germ token. Could we say it's close to over at this moment? Are there a lot of options? So at this moment we have no idea what the life totals are. He swung for 1, 4 for 6. Okay, we're adjusting it.
Okay.
That's so 14.
No, life link, so
Mathias is on 23 indeed.
Yeah. So, and a Revoker. What could he name? Ether Vial?
Goblin Sharpshooter or Ether Vial.
That's about it, I think. I think. So turn 4, she's thinking another
Another Cavern of Souls.
Yeah.
3 mana. Now she really needs to bring in extra creatures,
Yeah.
boost them that they need to grow
Yeah.
very fast.
I don't think if she has an answer for the...
This is a Goblin Chieftain, not? Yeah. It's giving all the goblins haste and +1/+1 or something.
Yeah. Does she have an answer for the Battle Skull?
Yeah, maybe with the Siege Gang Commander. If you could bring in a Siege Gang Commander and then starting to shoot the Better Skull down. And
Yeah.
not sure if... I strongly believe it's over
I
at
think
this
it's
moment.
game,
Yeah.
Her start was too slow. It's quite... If you play Goblins, it's like a creature burn deck, so you have to make a fast start and keep the pace going. You need a lot of cards to finish off your opponent. It's like the same gameplay as burn, but
Yeah, but we already saw she had to take a mulligan to 5.
yeah,
And then she didn't have a 1-drop, she didn't have a 2-drop at that moment. And
no.
Against that on Texas, it looks
With
very
the best
bad.
curve, turn 1 Mother of Runestone to Stoneforge Mystic, looking for the Battle Skull. It's...
Okay, now we see a Goblin Pile Driver. That's protection from blue. It's very irrelevant at this moment.
Yeah.
It gets +1/+0 for every Goblin that attacks. But yeah, still on the other side there's a big fence to go over.
Yeah. Another equipment.
Oh, Swords of Fire and Ice. Now you can give everything protection from red, from blue, so it's unblockable. He can shoot a goblin down every time he attacks. I think it's scooping time for...
I think so too, yeah. He has no 2 mana for... if he had a second... So that was an upkeep Resident Port activation from Kim on the plane, so he couldn't attach the Sword and Fire and Ice on the Battle Skull, on the Germ token. So otherwise it would be a game. So that Kim was lucky he didn't draw on a land. So yeah, Fire and Ice is on the battlefield, but
it looks like Kim's a little bit mana flooded as well.
Yeah.
So is it the Gem Palm Incinerator he has in hand, the first card? Maybe the Skirk Prospector, it looks a little bit the same. No, it's the Gem Palm Incinerator. Job, giving the Revoker protection from red.
Yeah.
But still, Kim can draw a card from it, and she passes the turn again.
She has to upkeep, yeah. And she has to block every turn, so he's gaining a lot of life. Not quite sure if...
Another attack.
Yeah.
Kim does take this damage.
Yeah.
So we are at 6 against 35 at this moment.
Another land, so...
Kim is a bit mana flooded at this moment as well.
2, 3.
So now she can bring in the Matron and she can search for another Goblin, but she really needs to find something that's very good. I have no... Okay.
Oh, okay.
She has no idea as well. Yeah. So, it's time to go to the sideboards. What do they have? What does Mathias Dillen bring in against the Goblin decks? He has a Path to Exile in sideboard. Maybe that's good enough to bring in. He has a Wretched Bomb.
Yeah.
That's possibly coming in. Then all the other cards, he has Council's Judgment, I don't think it's that good. Cataclysm. Is Cataclysm good enough against Goblins?
Not sure.
It's 4 mana, it's a bit slow maybe. He has a lot of removal in his main deck. He plays already 4 Swords to Plowshares in his deck. Not sure what he's going to do. Let's see maybe what happened. On the other side, Kim Beeckman with the Goblins. What can she bring in? Maybe the Goblin Chain Whirler, the one from Dominaria for 3 mana. It's a 3/4 strike creature. When it comes into play, it deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. That's probably very good. That should come in extra. Then she has the Pyrexian Revokers on side. Maybe. That's good enough against Mother of Runes, Stoneforge Mystics. Maybe those cards will come in. 1 extra Kikijiki.
Does he play in the main deck? A Kikijiki?
No, not in the main. Only one in sideboard. That's good. And then she has 2 pieces of Pyrokinesis in sideboard. That's
definitely
as well a very good card. Maybe let's pop up a Pyrokinesis. Maybe it's not.
Yeah. It's also pitching a red card, so I'm not quite sure if. You have to bring it in because it's 4 damage. You can kill the germ token from the Battle Skull with it. So I think that's the main purpose for a Pyrokinesis, to kill the germ token.
But I strongly believe you can divide.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
As well, so you can kill like 2, 3.
Yeah, of course, but if she can hardly win from the Battle Skull. So if she has,
so there you have it. This is the Pyrokinesis. It's an instant for 6 mana, but the mana is very irrelevant. As said before, it's like the Force of Will. This is the red variant of it, but it doesn't counter a card that does damage. So you may exile a red card from your hand rather than pay Pyrokinesis mana cost. Pyrokinesis deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. So not player, only against creatures. But I strongly believe against the Dead on Texas deck, this is a very good card.
If you can use it in turn 3 or turn 4 against your opponent who has developed his board with a 1 and 2 mana, like last turn, if he has a Mother of Runes and an
Stoneforge Mystic.
Stoneforge Mystic. So you can kill those. Maybe you can save one of his creatures with the Mother of Runes, but maybe you can kill two creatures with it. But I think if she can choose 2 creatures or a Battle Skull, you have to take the Battle Skull.
So this is like the best play Goblins can have. It's a Judge Familiar on the other side. It's an odd card in the Dead on Texas list. I know Mathias Dillen a long time already. He plays it for a long time. It's like the blue-white curse catcher that Merfolk are playing. Oh, this is very good. Now she can Tarfire the familiar. Goblin Lackey comes in. And now she brings in another a matron. It's the 3rd we see today already, but this is the first matron in this game. What should she get? Now she needs a creature that goes Siege Gang Commander just to go fast, or is this the Kikijiki? Or what was it? I have no idea what card she took.
There's so many goblins.
The Trash Master. Indeed, it's
a second lackey.
That's something we didn't see, but in the chat we see somebody saying, talking about the Trash Master. The Trash Master, it's one of the new cards from Goblins, and it says you can sacrifice a goblin to destroy an artifact.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's very good against
Yeah.
Better Skull Sword, so
Yeah.
probably one of those could come in. Is he playing actually a Trashmaster in their list? I don't see any. Oh yes, he's playing a one-off. He's playing a one-off
2 lackey triggers.
in their deck.
I think she has only 1 card in hand, so that's the game you want to play with Goblins. I think next turn, if Mathias doesn't have a great answer for it, it's a scooping time as well.
Yeah.
Look at the board. It's turn 3.
So the one card that's not tapped, any idea? I have no idea what that card.
Me neither. Maybe the chat can help us.
Yes, because in the chat we have Robert Valkeneers. He's on vacation at this moment. I believe he's not even with us in Belgium. But talking about Robert, Kim already took the game down. It's 1-1 at this moment. So they can start. The third game, this was very fast. Fast mate. It only took like 2 to 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So in the chat, as I said before, we have Robert Valkeneers playing Goblins as well.
Oh, okay.
He not all the time because he's our funky master. Can we say he always plays the funky decks? No normal stuff. But we know he played Goblins as well. He's a big fan, let us say.
He sees 1 card and build a deck around it just to test it. And
so, but it's a very good idea when you're on vacation to take some time off to watch 2 hour stream.
Have a little me time.
So, did any of the 2 players sideboard again? I don't think so. No. These are not the matchups. You have a lot of decks who say when I'm on the player on the draw, I can board in some other cards. But I don't think these matchups are draw or play dependent on their sideboard. So both players are going for the next hands, drawing 7 cards each. So
maybe no mulligan this time.
Mathias.
Another mulligan from Kim. That's the 3rd time.
That's something with Goblins you just don't want to do. If you have the very good hand and you just can bring in Mountain into Lackey, into Major and search for a Goblin, search for other Goblins, then it's not that important. Of course you want to have 7 cards in hand instead of 6, but it still can go very fast, of course. But now she needs a really good opening to start with. She had the same like in the first game that you have land drop, pass turn, land drop, pass turn, then it's actually already close to game over. She's scrying and it goes to the bottom.
And she's on the draw, so that's a difference. If you want to, if you look at your opening 7 and you know you're on the draw, that's a difference. So you can mulligan
a little bit easier.
A little bit easier, yeah.
Cavern of Souls, Richmond Port. So, and as said before, no 1-drop in the first
turn from the game.
Tapping the mountain.
Yeah. That's quite good because you know your opponent doesn't have a 1-drop. So if your port is only land, and at that point she can play a second land, but you know she doesn't have a 1-drop, or she would have top decked a 1-drop, but otherwise it's another free turn.
So Kim did draw an Ether Vial at this moment. It's a good card, but it's a bit late in this game already. We're in turn 3. So the Pile Driver and Ether Vial. So Mathias Dillen's Ether Vial is already on 2. Oh, they have it a Sarah Avenger.
That thing flies, so she can't block it. It's a 3/3 flying.
It's a 3/3 flying, and you can't.
Oh, with an active cheat.
With the.
That's vigilance.
That's vigilance as well. Yeah.
So Now we can shoot.
But you can't play it before the first round.
3
or 3.
You can play it in the third, in the fourth.
In the fourth turn of the round, but he did file it in, so you don't cast it, so it's possible to do. What do you think about this? There is a Sarah
with an active GT.
With an active GT with 2 counters on the battlefield already. Ooh, and then Big Talia, the 3/2 first striker, and it says all non-basics and creatures come into play tapped?
Yeah.
From your opponent?
From your opponent, yeah. So she has drawn a Starfire and shoots the Talia and go.
So, as I said, creatures and non-basic lands your opponent control enter the battlefield tapped, but it left the battlefield as quick as it came in.
Yeah. So,
hitting again for 3.
Yeah.
Is he removing any counters? Not at this moment, I believe. You want to build up as many counters as possible.
Yeah. I think he pumped his Sarah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the 2 counters, there were. So he didn't change the die because he used the 2 counters to pump his creature, and after damage he put again the 2 counters on it. So that's why he didn't change the die.
So as Robert Falcon here is saying in the chat as well, this is game over. We strongly believe as well this is game over. And Kim Beeckman believes as well it's game over. So this is a 2-1 win for Mathias.
Pretty fast.
Dillen. Actually this was a very fast. They did it in like 23 minutes. Yeah, we can see the clock, it's correct this time.
Yeah.
And there are still 26 minutes left in this round. So we saw Goblins against Tetan Texas.
Yep.
We already mentioned it. I believe there are 2 decks. Tetan Texas can play a little bit more control. Goblins is a little bit more straightforward.
Yeah.
It needs to come. We saw game 1. It was very slow. No 1 drop, no 2 drop, no 3 drop, I believe. But no turn 3 drop because he wasted the second turn. But then you see it's slow. You don't put any damage in the first turn, then you lose. The second game it was completely different. 1 mana, Goblin Lecky. On the other side, the creature came in, Starfire, Lecky attacked, brought 1 damage in. Directly the Matron came in, searched for another Goblin. Yeah, if you then...
Even at turn 3 her hand was empty, so...
Yeah, indeed. So it goes just very quickly, but then once again in the third game they played, Kim Beeckman had to mulligan again to 6. Mathias Dillen had not the best hand, I believe it was a little bit slow.
But I think,
either file.
But the port was important because he knew she didn't have a 1 drop, so he ported at the upkeep the only land she had.
But so that's something you don't know at the moment you keep your hand.
No, that's right.
If Kim cuts open with Mountain into Lecky, it could be something else, but we saw she only had on their 3rd turn or 4th turn the Ether Vial. That's not the moment anymore that you want to bring in an Ether Vial. You really want a 1 drop or a Lecky or a Ether Vial in the first turn, not in your 4th turn.
That's right.
Okay. So maybe we can see, because we always have a feature, a backup table, and we're just going to switch directly to that. So we have no idea what we're... Oh, on the left side we see Tetan Texas again. So, and on the right side we see Miracles. That's pretty sure it's Miracles. On the left side we know that player very well. That's Bob Borges. On the right side, no idea at this moment.
Didn't you write it down?
On the right side, it's William Tilburgs playing the Miracle deck, the Miracles deck. On the left side, Bob Borges with Tetan Texas. We have no idea. It's 1-0-1-1, 0-1. No idea at this moment. But let's see what these players are. On the side of Miracles, we see a Rest in Peace.
Not quite sure why.
It's a sideboard card. I'm playing Miracles as well. We play 2 Rest in Pieces on sideboard. but to bring it in against Dillen, Texas, not. Oh, I'm sorry, he's not playing Miracles. He's not playing Miracles, not at all. It looks like he's playing Miracles, but William is playing the Helm of Obedience combo deck.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You see islands, you see mountains, you see Ponder, Brainstorm, Force of Will. You think it's Miracles, but Helm. There it is.
Yeah.
Helm of Obedience. Bob Borges, you need to do something about this very quickly. Yes, if he gets one extra turn, it's all over for you.
If I can see the
Nikos731 in the chat as well, let's see. And with the rest in peace, it's not Miracles, but it's the Helm combo. Indeed. Thank you for the information, but we did find it out ourselves as well. Actually, the player on the right side, now I know who he is. I played against him on the Dutch Open Series several weeks ago. And at the first when he started,
game over.
I was thinking as well, he's played Miracles. So, and I told him, okay, I think this is a mirror match. And then, a lot of funky cards came in, Helm of Obedience and Rest in Peace. And then I said, okay, we're not playing the same deck.